Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pantsless Tables and Break the Binary, an all non-binary Dungeons and Dragons actual play miniseries. My name is Alex, and my pronouns are they, he, and tonight I shall be the Dungeon Master. I am a Caucasian mask-looking person with wavy dark hair, bushy eyebrows, and I'm wearing an orange t-shirt and a black hoodie thing. And as last week, we are joined by my fabulous table, Agent P.
Hello, everyone. I'm Agent P. I use they, them pronouns. I am a South Asian person wearing fake elf ears and a fake lip piercing. I'm dressed in a black button up top.
And Toto?
Hey everyone, I am Toto. I am also a Southeast Asian person. My pronouns are she, they, and I have black hair in what called twin tails. And I'm wearing a white fitted blouse which is black with colored sharks in them in green, yellow, and red. And I will be playing Quincy today, who's blue tiefling with very light blonde hair that's almost white, and they are Solok. Their pronouns are they, them.
Riley?
Hi, I am Emma or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use them pronouns. I am a white non-binary person with a sort of half blonde, half brown mullet going on. I've got very large square glasses. I am wearing this sort of colorful, I guess, blue, purple, pinkish blouse with a black leather gilet or waistcoat, whatever you want to call it. And like a bunch of necklaces and a purple tie. And I also have sort of clownish face paint because I'm playing Kiki Bumble, she, they pronouns, who is a changeling sorceress / bard, and she is dressed as a jester, a very colorful jester of sorts. So yeah, that's fun.
And finally, Jack.
Hi, I am some type of Asian-looking person. I have fluffy black ears on, a very big black long sleeve shirt that I'm technically drowning in, bug eye glasses, and I'm playing Kirby, who is a Black Panther Leonin himbo, who wears all black because, he doesn't understand how to match clothes.
Amazing. And just again, a huge thanks to Steve and Pantsless Tables for hosting this little adventure. And now, previously on Break the Binary, you were introduced to me, Scintillant, the incredibly mysterious and dashing owner of the Hummingbird Bar, the magical traveling bar that has the best drinks, the best entertainment, and the most gay of anywhere in the whole city of Lycantric, the world's most powerful and horribly oppressive city set. Come visit, you'll love it. We have rebellion planning nights. Anyway, you, my darling audience, met 4 of my employees, Quincy, Orphe, Kiki, and Kirby, as I had them go on a little rescue mission to help someone being hunted by the city's vile enforcers, the Pallid Lance. Turns out the hapless individual was none other than Gladys Steele, the daughter of High Patriarch Titus Steele, one of the 2 members of the Binary Council who rule the nation with an iron fist. With some info that might help that very rule be broken. Also, they're also Orphe's ex-fiancée and have come out as trans since they last saw each other. Spicy. And now we move to the present, where Gladys has laid out a map of an obscure outpost of the Pallid Lance, Old Carnaby Yard. When it was first built several hundred years ago, Carnaby Yard had been a cutting-edge policing hub from which the Lance would look into insidious crimes under the dashing drow Captain Zaza's rule. However, as time passed, kind of 2 problems have come up. Firstly, the Pallid Lance as a whole has become increasingly a playground for rich brats to get to shoot their weapons and puff around in general. And so they're not so much into the investigation these days. Secondly, it turns out when you hire a drow with a life expectancy the best part of a millennia, they don't really retire. And so now Old Carnaby Yard is, for better and worse, an outpost of the Lance, which has been run by the same man for about 300 years now. And that kind of slow change of management doesn't do the best for a developing thing. Not that I'm one to judge, as he's a wee young and compared to myself, but that's another story. But it turns out that the tribute that the two high patriarchs have to pay to get in on this new election later this week is being stored in the evidence locker of Old Carnaby Yard. And so I'm sending my employees on a little extraction mission to leave this establishment of this place and hopefully spice things up in the city a little bit. And unfortunately, this does involve breaking into a twin locked reinforced vault, and for all he is old-fashioned and out of touch, one of the few captains in the city who actually knows how to wipe his own arse. But let's see what we shall get as we send my plucky employees into this mission. I'm also giving them a wand that'll let them switch out the safe once they get sight on it. And that'll make for a bit of fun later, but we shall get to that. And so, I have provided my players with a map with some sort of various points of interest on Old Carnaby Yard, and we shall see where they decide to take themselves.
Okay, I need to find the map. I realized I should have made an overlay with it, but I don't have it. I do have, I can switch for the audience to a map of the city that's currently showing, which is also made by Alex, which is a really cool map. So have a look at that while we look at a different map.
And so Gladys is, of course, here just to sort of like provide as much information as she can regarding not that she hasn't necessarily been there herself, but she knows at least the things that are sort of in the books about this place, so can help a little bit.
Right. Because I think the most important thing that we need to know is like sort of defenses of like how many people are usually there and like what's their kind of like routine, like are they, when are they swapping out, and I guess also like, how serious are they taking their jobs, like how easily, or even like if she knows like some of the people that like by name, if she knows exactly who's working there, and we can like, and it has like details on them that we can maybe like, I don't know, like for example, if some of them has kids or whatever, we can go to them and be like, hey, we heard like your kid is in trouble or whatever, like anything that she might know on these guards would also be really useful.
Okie dokie. So you know that what Gladys, should I say, knows. So we've got this Captain Zazazrul, who is, as I say, old-fashioned and just mainly apparently sits in his office all day going through paperwork. In sort of former days, these people would have been doing sort of more investigating and forensics, but now most of the actual sort of people at the station are actually more there as basically sort of bureaucrats. They basically just, people will come in for a request to see a certain item that's been stored there for whatever reason, and these people will go through all the paperwork. So not really sort of dangerous combatants for the most part. The one exception to this is the deputy in charge, who is a man named Lieutenant Mern, who is somewhat more of a sort of humorless drill sergeant type, who he's efficient but very tedious, but also has a bit of a sort of past of being somewhat of a hard case in fights in his younger days. In terms of what the actual security is, there is a sort of front gate which is locked via access from a booth just behind the gate. That is literally, someone is behind the gate. They will request that any weapons and such like are surrendered and put in a tray while access is had, and then the gate will be opened. You may be able to sneak things by or bypass them, but that is the kind of security. is largely just the toughness of the vaults themselves, which are opened by keys, one of which is with the captain and one of which is with Lieutenant Mern. And both have to be present at once to open the inner vault, which is where the tribute is stored.
I think it's funny. Oh, go with it. Sorry, no, go ahead.
Would Orphe know if any of their brothers are currently at Carnaby Yard?
Now, this isn't a thing that we'd specifically discussed, so let's just roll a luck check and just see.
Is luck a thing?
Just roll a d20 and tell me what you get, and we'll see where we go from there.
18.
Okay, so I'm going to say, I think it's such a small establishment in the grand scheme of the Lance that they don't work there. However, an 18 is a good roll, so we'll say that there's one who, which I'll let you provide me a name to say which one. So have a think about that while I monologue. But there's one who does sort of go there regularly to sort of deposit items for the vaults.
His name is Richard.
Richard? Cool. I will add him to my list of people who work there.
I love that.
Yes, so you do know that Richard will be wouldn't be an unexpected visitor to Old Carnaby Yard, but he doesn't work there per se.
Okay. I think like Kiki's like this map's on the table. It's just like sort of hovering over it, like looking down. Like I feel like they're suddenly really excited. They're gonna have the time of their life here. So she's sort of looking at it and trying like whenever like Gladys like explains things, like trying to sort of like mark it or like on a map, or if she's not allowed to draw on it, like we'll like have some other kind of parchment where we'll take the notes. And we'll just sort of look around the group and like, okay, is there anyone like that wants to do something specific? Like for example, I think it's so much fun if I can fuck around with some of the guards, but also I can speak to people in their heads if they want to, or I can try and get some secrets from people, or I mean I can change my appearance obviously, and like just for fun, like she'll just change like into I don't know, like some really random like white half elf figure or whatever, like just the most boring like white ass man you can think of in a fantasy setting. yeah. And then we'll just like and then we'll just change back and it's like
vibe.
yeah, we'll change back into oh, that was awful actually. But yeah, I can do that.
Like that. Can we not do that again?
No, I don't like it either. But I mean, like if we have to blend in, I could try. I would need a suit though. I cannot change my clothes, but
I'm not very good at blending in.
I think we can find a suit for Kiki somehow.
I think like wait, I don't know how long it's been like, but Kiki's like looks towards Quincy like, how long does that sleep spell you cast earlier? How long does that last?
I don't think they're still asleep.
Well, one did go knock out from running into the wall.
I usually don't check back on the people that I put asleep. I just
yeah, that's fair.
I haven't asked.
I mean, how easy they were to get down. I'm sure we can find someone else. Just knock them out. It's fine.
You could knock me out and see how long it takes me to wake up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
No.
I will also add at this point that Scintillant is some kind of shape changer. What precisely they are is unknown, but they do have a massive wardrobe, walk-in wardrobe with just every outfit for every body type.
Amazing.
We're for the doctor, guys. We
Yeah, that explains why. Yeah, we absolutely are. The bar keeps moving. Quincy has no idea how old they actually are.
Yeah, time's weird inside of here.
Time is weird inside the bar.
Yeah.
Our boss is a Time Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, speaking of Scintillant, they sort of take Quincy aside and just sort of place this ring in your palm and just sort of, it's clearly a magical ring of some sort, and just wink at you and just like, you'll know when the time comes what this is for.
Thank
then walks
you. Oh, another one. And Quincy leaves the group for a bit to go to the room, and they come back after a bit without the ring.
Yeah, I think like he's like, wait, what was that?
Well, Scintillant sometimes gives me presents. I think it's because I make really good drinks.
I mean, you do, but what was the thing for?
That's a pretty ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I use it to wrap, I imagine if I ever host a very fancy dinner, I'm gonna use them to put them
Oh, for like the
around
napkins?
to look very
Oh,
fancy. I
right,
haven't
right.
actually done this ever, but I saw it on a Pinterest board, and I thought it looked really nice.
Oh, yeah,
Thought it looked really nice.
Pinterest boards I've seen. Yeah, so they're just a new thing, and like people will make like drawings of things they like, and they will get like this sort of board, and then they pin it on it, and like you get this sort of like a mood board of like the vibe that you want in your life, essentially.
It's like a fashion conspiracy board, basically.
Is Quincy related to Tom Bombadil at all? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, if they were, they wouldn't know. Quincy has no contact whatsoever to the family. They, as a late teen, kind of left home and haven't really
come back
or really talked to anyone in their family. And seeing how it's very unclear when that happened, we have no idea if their family is even still around, or if at this point they are like in a later generation and Quincy doesn't know. So
that's fair. Yeah. All right, so I can do maybe distractions. And look at Orphe like, I mean, you're a good fighter. Is there anything like, do you want to get into a brawl with any of them, or what do you? Orphe. Wait.
Sorry, what?
I imagine that like Orphe's in a corner, like trying to process the fact that like Gladys is here. Yeah, that as well. Yeah. No, I think it's like you know how to like fight. Like, I mean, you're a bouncer, right? Like, what do you want to do?
Fight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Where? When?
I mean, the heist, I guess, if like things go wrong.
Yes.
So I guess like instead of saying like yes.
I think I think Quincy would like look around at everyone and just kind of trying to like size up, like, okay, what size would you be? And looks over to Gladys and I was like, do you want to come as well?
I'm kind of wanted right now, so I probably ought to stay here. It would be a bit conspicuous if I walked up to like a police station.
Well, wouldn't it be fun though?
No.
Okay.
I don't know how to fight at all.
Well,
It is pretty safe.
I think technically the bar would be closed, but you maybe can stay here. If you want, you can stay in my room, but please don't touch anything.
We have a lot of rooms, as many as we need, but
Are we an Airbnb?
no,
Are we a bed and breakfast?
I have a question about the bar.
Yes.
Moves. Do like the people in it just get ejected?
So basically, it's in terms of like how you would think of it as a fantasy thing. Is like it's basically a pocket plane in itself, and where the door in and out is just changes location, and it stretches the street around it, like as if it's always been there.
Or like the in-house moving castle when you turn turbo and then it opens a different door.
I just had a really bad. I don't know if HMP if this is where you were going with it, but can we just pop up in the vault?
Wait,
Um,
that's not what I was thinking of, but I was just like, if we leave and Gladys gets ejected.
Oh yeah. No, I was thinking like if we can move around, can we move into the vault?
Well, I mean, Quincy isn't the owner of the bar. Like, I don't think Quincy has that kind of power. It's still scintillant, but Quincy's the one who's here the most of the time because like the other workers have like the other employees have homes or places to go back to, but Quincy's home is the bar. They have a room here where they stay, and when they get off the shifts, they just go upstairs to the room.
Yeah, it would be weird if Quincy got ejected every time and had to find their way back.
So in Quincy's brain, it's kind of there's a person that I don't know, and I'm gonna leave them alone at my place. I don't know.
like yeah, it's like scintillant is also always here. Like scintillant is fit as far as you can work out is physically incapable of leaving the bar, and appears to have room comments, possibly more than one. They just seem to like vanish and reappear improbably throughout the place. So they won't be alone.
Okay, but can we? I think the problem with that is that I feel like if we go into vault, we also have to get out. I don't know how it works. I don't know how big that building is. I don't know if we just destroy the building.
I have a question regarding the map. The stairs to where like the archives and the evidence lockers and the vault is it upstairs or downstairs?
Yeah, so it's that's basic like the whole main courtyard is just like raised up by just like about 2 feet. It's not like a full-on set of stairs. It's basically a flooding prevention thing from
so it's up a little?
Yeah, just up a little. So the courtyard is a little lower, just in case there's any kind of rain that you don't want getting into the archives.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, I think we should raid the closet.
Sounds good.
I assume there's like a fabulous, like one of those montages where you're coming in and the people are going like, no.
Yeah.
There's definitely a feather boa involved.
For science, can Quincy knock me out, please? I need to know how long that spell works.
Yeah, the question is, are we gonna go, what time of day is it right now? Because we did the whole shopping and getting Gladys, and I was like thinking if we're gonna do this like the next day or we're gonna.
Yeah, so we'll say this is the evening. And
okay.
then you plan on doing this tomorrow.
Okay, we're just preparing the plan, and we're gonna go to the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, I cast sleep on Curry.
Now you got a curled up bowl of Black Panthers snoring away in the corner, probably.
Yeah,
so you guys want to drag him.
I think we're gonna figure out that it just the effect only lasts for like a minute.
How long does the sleep thing last?
It does last for 1 minute.
I'm just thinking like on a sort of meta tangent here. If you're really tired and someone casts sleep on you, do you just go into a normal
Just
sleep?
keep sleeping.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it actually does. Falls unconscious until the spell ends, so you just have a very good nap for a minute.
Like,
I mean, if you wake up and like, oh, so toasty, I'm still feeling very sleepy. Let's go back to sleep, I guess.
He'll wake up and be like, however long that was. This is nice. Keep sleeping.
It's actually not that bad.
We put a feather boa on Kirby as they sleep.
Have it be like some obnoxious neon pink color. Something.
Yeah.
There definitely is.
Yeah. So there is a palette like that Lance costume in there then, or like something similar.
Yeah. So like basically any sort of most of the outfits tend towards like the like flamboyant and glittery, but there is like every occasion covered in there for the sake of argument.
Okay, because I feel like Kiki would like to do the others. Like, so the plan is I am gonna dress up as a Garkin. Is that the plan, or what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna try and like otherwise get in?
I think it would be good, like maybe if 2 of us dress up as guard, and the other 2 try to go into the lower level kind of occupations, like that are not so high security. Because on the map we do see that there is a kitchen, and we could move someone in as a kitchen help or like a cook or whatever. Because as I see it, the kitchen isn't even that far away from the case archive and the evidence room. That could be an option. We could also have a stable boy or stable person or whatever. What are they called? Stable
hand?
help? Hand, yeah, stable hand. That is also an option.
Gladys also points out that there is a sewer entrance that pops up in the smoking yard. Obviously, that does involve going through a sewer, which is probably not everyone's first choice, but it is an option.
I think Quincy is going to go ask some kind of kitchen help because it felt the most natural to Quincy, having like produce around them, and they do already own an apron. What are we going to do with Kirby though? Kirby's still sleeping in the corner.
I think Orphe would look at Kirby sleeping in the corner, I think, and say, I think the sewers might be a good idea, especially for Kirby.
Yeah, or stable hand. I don't know how forces feel about Leonin though.
Yeah, that's my worry as well.
Gladys, do you know how to get in there through the sewers?
Yeah, I mean, and she goes off on a spiel. Basically, it's one of these stereotypical fantasy sewers where everything is actually size you can walk through. And as part of sort of the rebellion, tangentially at least, they have it pretty well mapped out at this point. And this one is not one that they've ever had any particular reason to use, but it is one they're aware of. So they know, people can show you where to get to this one.
I wonder if Kirby's gonna have issues though regarding this sense of smell in there, because their sense of smell is really strong. So they might get a bit overwhelmed because of, sensory overload. It might. I mean, how does the uniform look like of the Pilot Lands? Do they have helmets? Could we technically hide Kirby's head?
So the Pallid Lance, they wear like this full white set of robes over like a chest plate. There is a standard issue helmet which could be made to fit Kirby, but whether any individual wears it or not is kind of random, so that wouldn't be that unusual if you did. Yeah.
So because I was thinking maybe we have Orphe and Kirby be the Pilot Lance uniform wearers, and Kiki and Quincy go through the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at just I guess lying to people for if it's beneficial. I can distract people. I can sometimes read people's minds. I can turn invisible.
How about we make you turn you into some kind of guest from, like an esteemed guest, and we have you be escorted by these two soldiers, knights of the Pilot Lands.
But why would I have to be there though in the thing? If I'm
Kiki can't.
Because you talk good.
Yeah, Kiki doesn't shift into people that she knows.
No, I can't.
I know, but that is why we could make Kiki some kind of guest, and the people don't.
But if I give you general features of someone,
I guess if it's not exactly the same. I could try.
Similar. You could
Never tried that before. Okay, describe someone to me. But but vaguely describe them, roughly, slightly off.
I continue to describe Richard.
I guess DM, if it's just slightly off, would that be possible within the rules? Because I cannot.
You look like someone who could be Richard's brother.
They're just, they're just slightly taller.
Yeah.
There's eye color is off.
Yeah. Different shade of hair, slightly.
I think it's like if you could certainly turn into someone who looks enough like Richard that you wouldn't attract scrutiny, but wouldn't necessarily stand up to scrutiny if it was had.
Oh my god, it's that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine with the guy who looks exactly like Boyle.
Yes, okay.
And everyone's like highly confused, like, you look so different, you feel different, but like, if you know, you would know, but like...
It would be funny if actually Richard's actually there as well, because then you turn up and you're like, oh shit. But yeah, I think like you start describing it, and Kiki starts like really like, I think like it takes like a couple tries, like the first time it's like it's completely off, and then because obviously they've not seen Richard, but then as you sort of like add more details, I think they get like a semi decent like imitation like there. Like something like this.
Yeah, much better looking, but this will work.
Okay, cool. I will.
What did you describe?
Remember that.
This is my brother. Well, a better version.
Thank you. We'll just like go up to a mirror.
Yeah. Like, your brother has access to the old Canterbury Yard?
I know he goes there sometimes. Hopefully he's not there today. But yeah, it should get us through the gate, or it should get you guys through the gate at least.
You know a lot of people that kind of know stuff about this. You also knew Gladys.
Kind of helps when you come from a prominent family.
Which one? Like Quincy, I imagine Quincy and Offie have been working together for a while already. Like you're the bouncer of the bar, and Quincy's working at the bar as a barkeep. And yet Quincy knows nothing of you. And it's like, generally, this is the first time Quincy's like, what? Where you come from? Who are you?
Where did you come from? Where'd you go?
Where'd you go? Who are you?
Come from Connor Joe.
You beat me to it.
I was resisting that, but
No, I know. It always happens. I always say it. Yeah.
What is self-control?
Yeah.
GM, did you have a particular family that Orphe belonged to, or should I just make up a name?
I assumed you had a name somewhere, but feel free to.
I'm gonna just. Oh, give me something pretentious.
Richardson.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
The Abercrombie family.
Oh.
I love that.
Perfect.
Choice.
Richard Abercrombie.
So you are part of the Abercrombie family, and I heard a lot of our guests should talk them. So I assume they are not popular.
They're on the lower rung of the prominent families. Not like we did anything. We just don't contribute a lot, but at the same time, we still somehow have power. It's kind of the reason me and Gladys almost got married.
Oh yeah. Congratulations on not marrying.
Yeah, congrats again.
Gladys just flushes pink.
Vicky will also shift back because I think like they've been looking at the mirror for a little while to try and remember what it looked like, and after a while it's like, actually I hate being like a man. Like that's just like that's just not enjoyable. Yeah, that's just not like we'll shift back. Okay, so and looks over at like Kirby. Is Kirby still like deep asleep, or is like just like sort of like snoozing a little bit?
It almost sounds like a purr. He's snoring. It's just this rumble in his chest.
That's so cute.
He does like that thing where his paw like looks like he's about like running after something, maybe.
That's so cute.
But he's pretty happy. He's in a warm, safe space, and he's got his people around him, so he's passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kiki looks over like, okay, let's not wake them. So the plan is Kirby, Orphe as Pallet lands, and then Quincy and I to the sewers. I mean, like, I can.
No, Quincy's not going to the sewers. Quincy's going as a kitchen help.
Oh yes. Well, I can get to the sewers, and I can turn invisible. I can make a mental once I'm.
Why would you go to the sewers if you're gonna go as
Yeah, you could take
doors?
yeah.
You have to like. You start explaining this, and Take is like, "Oh shit! Yeah, that was what I was doing 5 minutes ago."
You could take Quincy as the new kitchen person, and me and Kirby could make our ways through the sewers, and hopefully a helmet would help with Kirby's sensitivity.
Right. So when we go in, I need to get close to one of you at some point, and we can make a mental connection. It won't last. It will last for a couple minutes, but at least we can talk telepathically.
Yeah. So the plan is maybe you build a mental connection to Offie.
Yes,
because you gonna. As Richard, you are going to introduce Quincy as a new help in the kitchen, which is, I think many people don't actually know Quincy's face unless they are part of the rebellion, because Quincy almost never leaves the bar.
Yeah.
So that would be helpful, because even if someone does clock Quincy, the chances are they are one of us. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
One of us.
And,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so we're gonna go in together, so it's good if you have a mental connection to one of the others.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. But it doesn't last that long. It's like 4 minutes, so like it has to be.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's just that we can like have a meal. We are in. Are you? So where are you right now? Where to like meet?
Yeah, technically, I also have, if someone's like within eyesight, I also have a message if needed. I have so many little things.
So much shit in here.
A lot of it is like mental shit because I built Kiki to be an assault jester, so like it's gonna be a lot of psychic damage and shit.
Oh wait, so I think we're gonna like maybe have like dinner at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced we're not a bed and breakfast, but we have dinner at the bar.
Yeah, I think like Kiki would be at some point like, okay, are we going tomorrow then? Right?
Yes.
What time? I do need to get back to my family at some point tonight.
When does the office open? I asked Gladys. Like,
yeah, so the office is open to the public. The public as in like people can come and like make requests and stuff from like 9 till 7, and after that it's like there's less people there, but the people there are more heavily armed because it's sort of like secure.
Yeah, but when does it open to the people who work there?
So probably they would probably get there a little before 9.
Because I think we're gonna try that, like because we are trying to like infiltrate as people who are like employed there or about to get employed there. So maybe we're gonna try to get in before, like early, before it actually opens, and then when the doors open, most people in there are like, they're occupied with like, helping the public or whatever.
Yeah.
At this point, Gladys adds that while most of the people come in on foot, Captain Zazazrul does come in via carriage, which is the sort of the carriage area stored on the map. So whether that is something you can use in some way, unclear.
I think also Kiki would ask Orphe to describe like any kind of like quirks or whatever like characters that Richard has. Like for example, if he speaks really slow or like if he walks a certain way, like just trying to figure out like how can they best imitate him is what they're trying to.
Yeah, I think Orphe would tell them that Richard like drags his feet a lot, and probably speaks very staccato-y.
I don't know what that
Just
is. No, neither does Kiki. I don't know any music things.
See how good a like representation you do.
So what do I do?
Performance.
Okay. Let me.
For me?
Oh, for
Yeah,
Orphe. Okay.
if you make a performance check to sort of
Odds.
just for fun.
That's a 9 plus 3, 12.
Okay, so it's a pretty decent. Again, it's like similarly, it's like it's not going to stand up to intense scrutiny, but like just sort of like passing someone or just like
Okay.
Just feel Just
Hey, I-
imagine Kiki going to like stalk the original Richard to find out what.
they wouldn't be against that. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
go completely method. Just live as Richard for a week.
Like
Yeah.
stalking him, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm sure I saw someone."
Invisible, like
Yeah, just having the creeps.
Yeah.
It's like going slightly like, I swear someone's watching me.
And it's Kiki that's like right behind him.
yeah.
Breathing,
Right behind him, and he
breathing
turns
into
and
the
kills the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Occasionally, like sort of like well invisible, like sort of brush past like very lightly clothed, like almost like there's nothing actually there.
He'll be like at a cafe, and you'll be at the table behind, just like mimicking his movements exactly.
Yes, exactly. But no, actually, I feel like it's not even invisible. Like he stood at a table. Kiki's at like a different table behind him, like mimicking. Every time he looks back, a new person is sitting there. Because it's like constantly, like it's like a basic like that would have gotten like a basic ass outfit, but this is just every time it's like a new person just sat there.
So busy today. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think like Quincy would at some point just leave and go back to the room and like wind down. Don't know. But the rest who's going to I feel like Kirby's just like sleeping in the closet.
What closet is big enough to fit a Kirby?
Well, Scintillan's closet. It's a walk-in wardrobe.
Oh, the walk-in closet. Yeah, he's.
It's big.
None of you are in the closet.
No.
Let's be real.
There's also no doors to the walk-in closet. It's just open.
Kirby gets into the closet and is like,
It's made of
this feels
glass.
familiar.
Yeah, it's made of glass.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Glass
Don't make it
walls,
out of
glass
glass.
walls.
We do like comfy spaces. Okay.
Okay, yes, it's open. Yeah.
Or he would like find like a blanket somewhere and just like tuck Kirby in.
They'll like pile like clothes with like a pillow like underneath.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
something like zhuzh it up and like as a
So everyone who has a cat, and this feels very familiar.
Yeah, with the boa, it's right. Yeah.
There is just a large cardboard box in one corner.
I'm gonna put him in the cardboard box. It was originally for like a 2-door fridge or something, but we keep it because Kirby likes plugging into it.
Yeah.
Anyone someone suggests throwing it out, like
Yeah.
Kirby's just like, I heard someone say something.
If someone suggests throwing it out, he just gets really, really, really quiet and goes, "Do we have to? Do we have to? I'll do it if we have to, but do
And
we
the
have
7-foot
to?"
Black Panther
Very
leader
like
say,
those
"Do we have
those giant big cat eyes that are extremely sad, just looking at you, like not saying anything because that would mean you have to confront someone. But be like,
Just Puss in Boots eyes. Just it's like
That's so real though.
I love that you have his character down to a T.
Yeah, I love that. Kiki is going to go home at some point to their family, but we'll make sure that they're at the bar like early. I mean, guess they've got the rings, like they can find it whenever it's moved. But we'll make sure to be there at like I think like for like 7 or 7:30 or something, just so that if there's anything that else need to discuss, there'll be enough time.
if you get by that early, Quincy will not be downstairs.
That's fine.
I assume that if the Scintillant does tend to keep odd hours and will literally just like summon like an unseen servant to make a breakfast if the whim takes them. It won't necessarily be good. It'll probably be something really weird that no mortal would want to eat.
Quincy eats it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not sure if they're mortal yet. Like we're not sure about that yet.
Quincy is just kind of used to that. Like this is just a common breakfast they eat. It's like, oh yeah, we haven't had that in a while.
And to be fondue again for breakfast. Do you want
It's like
some?
we haven't had that in a while. So yeah, I think if you arrive, Quincy might. I think Quincy has like kind of like something that lets them know if people enter because they live there, and they would come down like a bit after you guys, and if there's like this breakfast, Quincy just like sits down and eats it very naturally, like, oh yeah, this is normal.
I think Kiki had one bite and just gone into the kitchen to make their own. They're like, no, I'll make my own.
Orphe will join Kiki.
Yeah, I'll make like an omelette or whatever. Add some juice to it.
Yeah, it's just like you're not even sure what it is. I feel like whatever is like in front of me doesn't even look like any ingredients that you've ever seen in the wild. It's like I don't know where this comes from.
I feel like with how we know that Quincy has like a lot of like weird stuff lying around, that there's like this somehow like Kiki grabs one of the eggs and cracks it, and the egg is like a completely like it's like purple or anything, and they're like, that tracks, I guess. And just like takes the other one, the other one's just like blue. I'm like, okay, so we've got a rainbow box of eggs. And then maybe like magical items, who the fuck knows?
I think you crack one of the eggs and it's just like this tiny little soul of a knight just goes, no, I am mortal again, and drifts off into
Chris is like, another one.
Again. Oh, I love that. I love that.
This one's always tastes terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe because like Scintillin said that we are left with a magic wand that helps us exchange the box while you're in the kitchen and you're like trying to get a butter knife. You instead take this wand in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's like everywhere just random like magic items.
Yeah,
that
I feel like
yeah,
maybe you get this wand in your hand and you're like, maybe you're asking what it is, and Chris is, oh, I left that there. I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, just like, okay. I was just like stare. Yeah. They'll make breakfast also for like Kirby whenever he wakes up.
Yeah, but Offie is also in the kitchen, right? So I think you see that Kiki's currently mixing with some kind of wand.
Just like gently like replaces it with like another wooden spoon or something, and just like wipes it off.
And a wooden spoon also is some kind of like they'll just like stir it, and like from the back of the wooden spoon like this little like missile comes out.
I am the spoon Calvordo, destined to slay the great dragon.
You're slaying some eggs today.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify for everyone, I think Offie has now the wand that helps us switch out the box. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we have breakfast. I think is Gladys with us at the table?
Yeah.
Okay. I think after already starting to eat and noticing this Gladys is sitting there, and I was like already like, do you want some?
What precisely you
behind Kiki or behind Quincy is going?
I am offering the weird food that Scintillin created with the help of
she's just like just looks at all of your faces and just like
Kirby chokes on his milk.
Have an orange juice.
Okay. Quincy gets up to go and make some juice. Comes back with avocado juice.
I take it.
You know,
And gives it to Gladys.
This
Yeah.
It's very refreshing. It tastes really great. Like, you know those avocado shakes? But it's just not orange.
I mean, as a child of the millennium, they are like very au fait with avocados.
Fair enough. Right, okay, so we'll have breakfast. He would, I mean, I'm sure, yeah, Kirby's joined the table because she said he was choking on the milk.
Yeah, I feel like Kirby got that milk themselves. Because if they asked Quincy, this would be something else.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think the only Kirby has learned that if he wants his milk,
He should get it. Yeah.
I think Kirby at the table is spending a lot of time like staring at Gladys and then staring at Orphe. and is just kind of like trying to put dots together.
It was just sort of like
Connect
with the
dots.
avocado juice, just like. Hi.
So you're Gladys,
Yes. Yep.
but you're also Orphe's fiance.
No, they don't. They didn't marry, which is why we congratulate them.
Ex-fiance.
Yes. Like our parents wanted us to get married, and then just sort of like glances at Orphe, just sort of slightly. It's like yeah, there were reasons that didn't happen.
Orphe was fiance is for men.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. This wasn't always my name. I had another name.
A nickname.
Just sort of like eyes slightly darting around. I guess everyone thought I was a man then, but I wasn't. Including me, maybe, but I didn't know how to.
So how
no.
did you know? I didn't know you could change.
Why not?
Well, did you change?
I mean, I had one name and then I had another, and I'm not sure where I got this one from. I think I saw it on a board.
Can anyone change?
Yeah. I mean, like, kind of. I mean, it didn't necessarily change.
I mean, not
but-
everyone can change like Kiki does.
Yeah, I mean, I've changed a lot, but like, obviously, I mean, I guess part of my identity changed some. Like, I mean, I used to consider myself a girl, and now I'm like, sometimes not. I guess sometimes I feel a little bit more neutral, maybe, and that's changed.
What if you're not sure?
That's
Can you
okay.
still try?
Yeah.
You can like it's not like if you choose that it's not like if you like choose something that you now are that you have to forever stick with that. You can if it doesn't fit anymore, you just change. Like you just start something new and see if that fits.
I didn't know because as far as I knew, you were all the way you are.
I
Do
mean,
you think I could change?
do you want to?
If you want to.
I sometimes think it's nice to them. Maybe it feels nice.
Yeah.
Then-
Yeah, you could do that.
You could also, and if you don't like it anymore, you can just change again.
Huh. I like that.
Okay. And the same goes for like your name, if you ever want to change like your name or like or I guess like, you know, your appearance or even like down to clothing style. You can do whatever, you can experiment and see whatever makes you feel comfortable. I mean, we've got a whole closet. You can try whatever you want.
Oh no, I couldn't. I wouldn't. I black goes with everything. You get the idea that this is his like motto in life.
What I love about that is because you are literally a Black Panther, like that could come off very differently if you projected it differently.
He's such a dumbass. He wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do whatever. But if you want to try today, then we can do that.
What if I stole like he?
You can do both.
Both.
Can I keep that?
I mean, like I have she and they. You can have as many as you want. Really, there's no real limit.
But that's a lot of pressure.
You decide at your own pace. You don't have to decide now.
I mean,
Whatever.
I think at the end of the day, just think about it and just see what feels nice.
I'd also just try it out and then not do it if you don't like it, and then try a different one. It's like trying the very many different meals Centillant makes.
Like the drinks you make?
I just make what you asked me to.
Kiki's just like behind Quincy, just nods like to Kirby, like yes, just say yes.
Like he's not even consciously doing it. Like he sees you nodding and he's also nodding, but he's not actually conscious.
Yeah.
It's just panic reflex. Like
I mean, we have a card so that you can tell me what you want and I make it.
Yeah. It's yeah. But so not like Quincy's drinks, but you can change whatever. I mean, I think that's what I always found difficult because I can be anything that I sometimes struggle like, okay, but then who is left to be? Like who am I, right? And that's taken a couple of years and I think I'm still not fully there, but I don't think anyone's ever fully figure out maybe who they are in as you age, that changes. Or so my mother says. But yeah, you don't have to decide.
I feel sometimes I feel half, sometimes I feel neither, sometimes. I don't know. It doesn't.
I mean,
Most of your time you feel soft.
Yes.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, you have very soft fur.
new gender unlocked.
Soft.
Absolutely. His ears do like his ears, which have been like sort of back against the skull this entire conversation because he's been stressed out. The moment you're soft, back up, and his tail is wagging, like doing that little like cat flick. I don't know if you guys one. But yeah, like his entire body language is like, I like that. I like that a lot.
So, yeah, you go by that, and everything else is whatever, you try it out. But at the end of the day, you know, you're always soft.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I think we start getting ready to be there on time and like change outfits and I show Gladys the bar while everyone gets ready because I think Quincy gets ready pretty fast, knowing it's mostly just Quincy not having to really change that much on themselves, just putting on an apron, whatever kind of looks like the kitchen stuff. And let's Gladys know about the bar and where everything is. And it's like, okay, so when a guests come in and ask for a drink, would it be alright with you to like take over? It's not really hard. There's like, and Quincy takes out like a little booklet with the recipes for the drinks that they offer, so you can look up the recipes in here and just follow it.
Sure.
And if you don't, if you
just watching this with fascination, just like I want to know where this goes.
So, and if a drink is too hard and or you don't feel like making it, it's fine. Just tell them you don't have it today.
Scintillant just whispers in Gladys's ear, just like, we have everything, always.
Yeah, but sometimes we don't have it because you don't want to make it. So that's also okay.
That's extremely valid.
And yeah, so as I said, you just have to follow the recipe and then the drink is done. And Quincy is very sure that they do that exactly as it is in the book. Whenever someone asks for a drink, that they follow the recipe by a T, and it somehow always ends up with a different drink. So they truly believe that they are giving you what you asked for.
Flickering through, so this one says it needs a phoenix egg?
Yeah, you find it in the kitchen.
I'll study up, ready for later.
But if the phoenix is there, don't touch it.
that makes sense.
Yeah. It comes by like twice in a millennia, but
It raises even more questions about how long you've been there.
Just don't question it. It works. It works.
Yeah.
It's great.
So have fun trying out the bar. maybe if everything goes well and you want to, maybe you can like work here. I don't know.
I mean, I hadn't really got any plans after getting this information to you all, so why not? Why not? I guess.
Okay. We'll see you later if we survive. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Just walk out. Go on the way to the heist. I mean, Kiki will have also changed by now, but
Yeah. So I think we should go from different directions, and when we get thrown out, like when we leave the bar, where do we get out?
So just to qualify a few things here for my own sanity. So what is each of you wearing in the end? So
So what we discussed is that Kirby and Orphe are wearing the Paladin's uniform, so they are disguising as employees of the Paladins, while Kiki is changed into a Richard lookalike, but not 100%, like
Richard.
impersonator. And Quincy is dressed as a kitchen hat.
yeah, it's not accurate.
And so who were some of you? Quincy is kitchen hand, and some of you were approaching the front door, and some of you going in through the back. Was that the idea?
I think as we're gonna go to the kitchen, we're probably gonna go to the back, right?
Orphe and Kirby were supposed to come into the sewers.
Okay. Wait, so but Orphe's a Pallid Lance.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, it doesn't make sense to go through the sewers if you are the Paladins. You can just go to... No, Kirby and Orphe are one team. They are the Paladins, and Kiki and Quincy are the other team going to the kitchen. So you two guys could technically just go through the front door with the helmets on and stuff. Maybe be like, hey, there was a change in the shift.
I would say that like being a Pallid Lance and coming through the sewers.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Entirely terrible, because then it would look like you were there already, and people would just be like, "Oh, well, they're just here, I guess." I don't know.
I'm sure if
That's
they
true.
have records of a 7-foot tall Pallid Lance member,
I mean,
they would keep records of that. I feel.
Do they
if
have
we-
big guys, or are they all like mid-sized? Like, what kind of like? What allows you to be a Paladin? Do you have to be a certain size?
There's not any restrictions. It tends to be largely humans and elves, with a scattering of dwarves tend to be the main ones, because they tend to be the most established sort of families in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all coming from like they're all like nepo babies, right? That's like the whole thing. Yeah.
Whereas, like, there aren't so many, say, Leonin, for instance, rich families.
Yeah,
because
but
there
we
aren't so
are
many
like,
Leonin
we
in
did
general.
like clad you into the full-on uniform, so we're like hiding your face and fur and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it wouldn't be that much of a problem for someone to be tall.
I mean, you're still going to see like paws and everything. I think like it's still, but I think we're overthinking. I don't think it's that much of a problem. Like even like if it comes up, we can come up with some kind of excuse of like, or like there's a new recruit or whatever.
Yeah. He's adopted.
Yeah, exactly.
Which she is. We're not even lying.
He is definitely adopted. I just think it's really funny because he probably is just going like head, shoulders back, tatas out, walk, walk, walk. He's not even thinking about his claws or his face or any random things of fluff.
So, with Kiki disguised as Orphe's brother Richard, Quincy as a kitchen hand, and Kirby and Orphe as members of the Pallid Lance, the four approach Old Carnaby Yard for the time for their heist. And with that, we shall wrap our session for the night. We shall see you again next week for part 3 of this story. I have been Alex. You can find me on Blue Sky at alexjholt.bluesky.social. Agent P?
I've been Agent P. You can find me on Blue Sky at theagentp.bluesky.social and on Instagram at d.agent.p.
Anna?
Hi, I am Anna O'Reilly, whichever you prefer. I use them pronouns, and I'm definitely human. And you can find me literally anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything to plug right now. It's late. That's it.
Yep. Jack?
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm Meister Hypes on all social media platforms. I'm most active on Twitch. Yup. And yeah, if you find a social media platform which I am not on there, please let me know so I can go and collect it. Thank you.
And Toto?
Hi everyone, I am Toto. My pronouns are she, they. You can find my links and also my tabletop RPG portfolio under totoroki.card.co. I am on mostly Blue Sky. You can also find me on Instagram under Totoroki. And I am playing Quincy on this very fun game, and we'll see each other again next week.
And thanks once again to Steve, and see you all next week.
Bye!